Recording, Nancy, and you're ready. You're live.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Today's Friday. It is Friday. I think we're at the 5th, right, of June? Oh my gosh, time's going by so quickly. First off, I'd like to give super kudos to our tech support, Dee Dee Hilke. I mean, you know, she's really done so much to keep us all connected via Zoom and helping those of us that are having trouble connecting and things like that. So, you know, she's really put in a lot of work for every class. And so I just want to acknowledge her and say thank you for all the work that you're doing to continually keep us all connected through Zoom. So anyway, okay, so we're in the third section and we are getting towards the very end of the third section. So let's go ahead and practice. We'll start with cross hands and we'll go up to, I believe we went up to step up to 7 stars. And does everybody remember what 7 stars means? Hopefully you remember what 7 stars mean. And then I will ask you again after we practice. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with cross hands. So make sure your feet are shoulders width apart, feet point straight, and arms are crossed at the forearms. And remember to get your body shape, okay? Feel stretching from your elbows to your shoulders. Then we'll go to embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. We're in the third section. And then we go to right knee brush. We go to roll back. Press. And push. Diagonal, single, whip. Wild horse parts its mane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition to ward off left. Remember, bring your left foot in and step. Then go to ward off left. Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair lady work shuttles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transition to ward off left. This time, just pivot and then step. Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, single whip. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. 1, 2. Repulse the monkey. 1, 2. Three. Diagonal flying. Raise hands. Step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left knee brush. Needle at the C bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body. White snake spits out its tongue. Parry, block, and punch. Step up to right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3. Single whip. High pat on horse. Thrust out palm. Turn body. Cross kick. Step up. Punching to the groin. Step up to right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Okay, how was that?
Pretty good.
Okay, pretty good. That's a good answer. All right. Anybody have any questions on anything we've done so far? Okay, that's a no. All right. So, Dee Dee, if you can unmute everybody.
You can't.
Okay. Okay, she cannot. All right. Okay. So the question is, the last movement we learned was step up to 7 stars. What is 7 stars?
A Little Dipper.
Big Dipper.
Dipper.
It's the Big Dipper, right? Okay. All right. Very good. Yay, we remembered. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next movement. It's called step back to run. Did somebody have a question? No. Okay. So let's go to step back to ride the tiger. This is really pretty movement. It should be pretty simple. All right. We're at step up to 7 stars. So we're in a
Shoot. Nancy, I apologize. I have somehow muted you. I muted everybody again, and I muted you, and I wasn't able to turn yours back on.
Okay, well, that's okay. All right, so let me, okay, I rewound myself. Okay, so we learned step up to 7 stars. So the next movement we're going to learn is called step back to ride the tiger. This should be a pretty simple movement. All right, so let's look at our footwork. We're starting off with a right bow empty stance here going to 9 o'clock. Okay, so just like we're going to do, think about step back to repulse the monkey. All right, if we think about step back to repulse the monkey, then we know that we have to shift our weight back and we have to step, making sure the back foot is at a 45-degree angle, put our foot on the floor and keep the weight here on the front leg, then push from the front leg and pivot on the left heel of your foot. So now we're in our empty stance using our heel, okay? All right, so let's try that again from here. All right, move weight back, step, put your foot on the floor, keep your front knee bent, then push back with your front leg, pivot on the left heel, and now we're in our left empty stance using our left heel. All right, so one more time, I'll go this direction so you can see. Okay, all right, from here, move weight back, step, put your foot on the floor, keep the front leg bent, now move weight back, turn, pivot. Okay. Okay, so that's not all of it. Okay. All right. So then what we have to do is we have to then go into an empty stance using the left ball of our foot. Okay. So when we're like this, oops, sorry, we're like this, we move weight, we step, we put the foot down, we shift our weight, pivot, pick up your left foot, put the ball of your foot on the floor, give me 30%. Okay, one more time. Touching with the ball of the foot. All right, move weight, step, put your foot on the floor, bending the front knee, shift weight back, pivot, pick up your left heel, put your ball of your foot on the floor, give me 30%. Okay, so let me show it to you this direction. Okay, so from here, move weight, step, put your foot on the floor, bending the front knee, shift back, pivot, pick up your left foot, put the ball of your foot on the floor, give me 30%. So you should be in an empty stance using the left ball of your foot, okay? So when you bring your left foot back, make sure it doesn't cross your right heel. Okay, so anybody have any questions on this footwork? Okay, that's a no. All right. So what are the arms doing? Okay, so here we are at 7 stars. So we know we have the fist eyes looking at us, and the fists are pointing diagonally up. All right. From here, we're gonna turn to the right. I want your right arm to rotate, fist looking at you. Okay, so from here we have our fist kind of pointing diagonally down. Then I want you to rotate the right arm, so now the fist looks at you. Okay, and then we're just going to bring the fist back to our hip, and then we're going to go into white crane spreads its wings. Okay, so from here, I want you to rotate this right arm. This right arm now will be in front of your right shoulder. And make sure there's a little curve here, okay? Then bring your right fist back to your hip. Then from here, we need to go out to the side. So we need to circle this direction and then open up our fist hand at the very end, okay? The very end meaning try not to do it like this, okay? We don't want to surprise anybody that much, okay? So again, from here, we're going to rotate the right arm. Now the right fist is in front of the right shoulder. Bring your fist back to your hip, your lower hip. Now, leading with your fist eye out to the side and then rotate it so that now it's turning downward. Then open. Okay. All right. So, okay. So then what is the left arm doing? The left arm is going to rotate downward. It's going to rotate downward. Then from here, it's just going to float down. Okay, so from here, it's going to rotate down, then slowly arc its way back down to here by our side. Okay, so if we put both of these together, I'll go this direction. The right arm, the left arm rotate together. Rotate, okay? Rotate, rotate. Then from here, make sure your right fist is in front of your right shoulder, okay? Then from here, separate your arms. Then left arm just floats down. Right hand comes up, and then they both open. Okay? All right, again from here, rotate to the right. Now right fist looks at you, right fist in front of right shoulder, left palm now is kind of facing downward. All right, now they're going to separate. The left arm's going to go forward a little bit and the right arm's going to come to our hip. Then from here, circle both of your arms and then open like white crane spreads its wings. Okay, all right, so let's try that with our footwork. All right, so here we are in our empty stance. All right, as you shift your weight back and we step, we want to rotate, okay? So from here, we rotate, step, put your foot all the way on the floor, and still our weight is in the front leg. Now we're gonna push back with the front left leg, and we're gonna separate our arms as we pivot. Then pick up your left foot, go to white crane spreads its wings. Now, put your left foot on the floor and slide it straight back. Are you clearing your other foot, your right heel, or are you bumping into it? All right, so make sure that you are in a good empty stance. Okay, so let's do it again. I'll go this direction. So we start off in a right empty stance using the right ball of our foot. Okay. Move weight back, rotate the arms, step, put your foot on the floor. Now you're in this position. Now move weight back, push from the left leg, separate your arms, turning the body slightly to the right. Looking direction still forward. Keep your looking direction still forward as you change into your empty stance using the ball of your foot. So pick up the left foot, open up your arms, and then go to white crane spreads its wings. Okay, one more time from here. Okay. Step back to ride the tiger. Shift back, rotate, step, separate, pivot, turn back, empty stance. Okay, let's try it one more time from here. Okay. Step back to ride the tiger. Rotate, step. Shift back, separate. Turn back, white crane spreads its wings. Okay, so the thing to remember here is when you move weight back and you step, don't move your weight to the back leg yet, okay? So when we move weight and we step, my weight is still in the forward leg. I just put enough down on the floor to put my foot on the floor. You know, that's how we do step back to repulse the monkey. You know, we step, we put our foot on the floor, and then we pivot and push back, right? So that's what we're doing here. We rotate, we step, put the foot on the floor, still my weight is here. Now, when you separate your arms, when the right fist comes back to the right hip, we're going to pivot on the left heel as we turn the body to the right, Then we're going to turn back our shoulders so they're square to the 9 o'clock direction, and we go to white crane spreads its wings. Okay, so let's try that one more time. All right, from here. Step back to ride the tiger. Rotate, step, separate, turn your body to the right. Excuse me. Then turn back, go to white crane spreads its wings. Excuse me. Okay, so our end posture, our shoulders should be square forward. I want you to fold a little bit at your front hip. Okay, so don't stand back and lean back. Don't have your torso just straight up and down. We need to fold a little bit here. Okay, so make sure you're in this kind of a position. Okay, all right, let's try it one more time. From here. All right, step back to ride the tiger. Rotate, step, separate, turn back, empty stance. Okay, so how is this movement? Bella just looked at me and said everybody's doing a good job. She thinks so. So anybody have any questions?
Nancy, it's
Yes?
Young. After you separate the two arms, the left arm, where is the fist pointing? Which part of the fist is pointing forward?
When we separate, it's the fist is kind of pointing kind of towards the corner area, and it's in front of your center.
Okay.
Okay, and so when we arc down and we open up our palm, it just should fit nicely in its spot.
Right.
So if you curve up like this and you make this is where your fist will be.
Okay.
So if you have our shape and you make two fists and then you turn this one like down a little bit, then it should be about there.
Okay.
You understand?
Is it blocking anything?
It can block. It can block. But then here, I want you to think we can either hit somebody in the head or, you know, kind of deflect here. So, if we're at 7 stars and we're rotating here, then here it's separating. It is separating. And then from here, then we go into this position. So think of pulling, separating.
Okay.
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 And Nancy, I had a question. When exactly on the left foot do you go from the heel to the toe?
We go from the heel to the ball foot.
Yeah.
So when do we do that? As I'm opening up my arms, circling my arms to the final position, I'm now changing my footwork, and then I apply my 30% at the end.
Okay, thanks.
So what I don't want you to do is when you're here, to go into this and then go here. So it kind of basically kind of happens. If you think of coordinating your upper and lower body, then we have to make sure that the footwork is going along with the upper body. Okay. So from here we pull, or we pull apart. Then from here, start changing your footwork now, and then touch the floor before you go into the last part, and then go into your pushing down into the floor for your 30%.
Okay.
You understand? So it'll look, okay, so from here, we rotate, we separate, then from here, watch. See how when I'm shifting my weight back and start opening my arms, I pick up my foot, put the ball of the foot on the floor, then I give my 30%. So we say, the rule of thumb is we must always root before we execute an energy. So we must root before we execute an energy. Is that the other essential is practice continuously without interruption. So when we do this movement, I've showed you all the components, okay? Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, okay? But when we go to do it, it's all gonna blend together till the end. So here we go, step back to ride the tiger. So one of the most common flaws students have with this specific movement is that they'll do it like this. I'll go this direction. Okay. Step back to ride the tiger. Okay. See my posture now? All right. So here I am here. See how my knees are bent? Then they'll do this. And they'll stand up, and they'll keep standing up. Actually, they're pretty, everything's kind of on the top part, okay? So we know that then, that when our footwork is, we move, weight, and we step, we shift back, okay? When you go to change your footwork, don't do this. Don't stand up. Keep your knee bent, and then put your weight on your foot. Okay, so let's try that and see how that works, okay? Okay, so from 7 stars, step back to ride the tiger. Now, keep your right leg bent. Did you stand up? Okay, so let's try it one more time. I'll go this direction. Okay, step back to ride the tiger. Did you stand up, or did you keep this back leg bent? All right, so we know that the moment we do left ward off and we sit, this is going to be our height the whole entire time that we're doing our form until we stand up to kick. Once we stand up to kick, then when we then say, okay, I'm standing up to kick, now from here, I'm going to lower myself back down. Then we need to stay at this height, okay, the whole entire time until we are kicking again. So there's no difference here. When we shift back and I change my footwork, I'm not standing up. I'm keeping the weight here, absorbing the weight in my back leg, okay? All right, let's try this again from here. Step back to ride the tiger. Are you folding a little bit at your front hip, or are you leaning back a little bit? Make sure you're folding a little bit. Okay? All right, so let's try it again. And this time we have to make sure that we are continually moving, no stopping, okay? I'll go this direction. Okay. Step back to ride the tiger. All right, again. From 7 stars. Okay, ready? Step back to ride the tiger. Did you move continuously or did you stop? Okay, oftentimes, because we teach it as, okay, 1, 2, 3. That when people perform it, they'll do it like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we know that when we, okay, I'm going to use this example again. We're going to bake a cake. All right, and so we have all the ingredients. Okay, there are 3 ingredients in our cake. There's flour, there's salt, and then there's baking soda. Okay, so we put it all into the bowl. Now we got to mix it up. Okay, so when you mix it up, everything's combined together. All right, all the separate ingredients merge into one thing. All right, so when we practice continuously without interruption, that's basically what we're doing, and how we're doing it is through our circles. Okay, so let's try that again and make sure that each of our ingredients are going in smoothly, and we're mixing them smoothly together. All right, so from here, step back, ride the tiger. All right, again. Okay, step back to ride the tiger. How's that? Does anybody have any questions on this movement? Okay, so let's take it from single whip. We'll go to snake creeps down, step up to 7 stars, step back to ride the tiger. Okay? All right, so we look like this. So get in a good bow stance, and we're here at single whip. Okay? Make sure your right wrist is about neck height. Okay, we go to snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Step back to ride the tiger. Okay, let's do it again. All right, from single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Step back to ride the tiger. All right, one more time. Snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Step back to ride the tiger. Okay, how's that? Anybody have any questions? I'm sorry? Okay. All right, no questions? All right, your job this week is to practice that sequence. Start from single whip. Go to snake creeps down. Go to step up to 7 stars and step back to ride the tiger, okay? Then we can review this briefly next week and then go on to the next movement. Oh my gosh, what's the next movement? Lotus Kick, oh boy. Big treat for next week. We have Lotus Kick, so it's gonna be an exciting week next week because we get to turn and then we get to do this swing kick, roundhouse kick. So anyway, so we can do that next week. All right, no questions, then we'll go ahead and close class for today. And I want to thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Practice this Sunday is going to be with Rita. And so Rita's going to be leading us in practice this Sunday. So I hope you all come join us at 2 o'clock. Also, I'm going to be sending out an email within the next day or so about some announcements. So look forward to that email as well. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Great day.